Okay, is it okay we unmute ourselves, like right through the session?
You can mute yourself right now, yeah.
Can I
No,
unmute myself?
Oh, yeah.
Unmute?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, let's give that a try and see what happens. I think
Oh,
that'll be
he's
fun.
there.
Oh, you didn't know Curtis was there?
No.
No.
I was going to talk about him.
No, don't talk about Curtis.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wonder if
one of the things about Zoom is sometimes, depending on your gallery view, you'll have a view of either three people, some of the people in the meeting, or all of them. So right now I see everyone but Gloria. It seems like everyone but Gloria's here, but I know she's here though.
Can't you put it on 6?
What, you can't see me?
There, now I can, yeah. So when
Okay.
you talk, I can.
Okay.
But can't you put it on 6 people? Isn't there a spot like that? I think I ran into it once.
Donna, we've been
Yeah, right at the right up at the top here, you might see a
Gallery.
thumbnail view or gallery view.
Oh, no,
Is
I don't.
Donna Gamble, that better not be the look we look at you all night with.
I'm looking.
Just wait, I'm looking too.
Put your glasses on.
Oh, geez, you just left.
Gamble
There's
left.
nothing on the top.
I made her cry. She's gonna go.
We're just checking my settings because I don't have gallery view here. It doesn't seem to.
This is better than watching Netflix, watching you guys play around with your Zoom.
So yeah, humor and heart, laughter, medicine. What is that? I don't know what that is. Often when we talk about it, there's not much to say, or is there? Because we kind of know what it is, but sometimes when we articulate it or talk about it, you know, what is that? So yeah, let's begin. I'm going to go on mute here.
Like they say, there's always a teaching about when people either have a story and they say it like a joke, but there is a meaning behind that joke.
Mm-hmm.
And our people, they've learned to laugh at themselves. They don't seem to take a lot of stuff seriously. Maybe because of all that trauma, like there's too much crying and they need to laugh. I don't know, like, to me, I like to laugh, and I can laugh at myself too. Like I'm at that point, like before when I was younger, I was shy and I didn't want anybody to look at me or talk of me. And I'd get mad, and then as you get older, you start to see yourself in a different light where you can joke about yourself. And I've known some people that, especially on our reserve there, where they laugh at themselves so much. They don't take anything seriously. But I think those people are overdoing it. Yeah, because laughter is good medicine. You have to have laughter in your life. If you don't have laughter, then you're depressed. You know, and we as Native people, we've learned that strategy on how to deal with trauma. And it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel like you have little fuzzies in your stomach. So I like to laugh and be happy. Like I'm not a serious person. I could be serious. It just depends on what topic we're talking about. But laughter is good for you. So do it once in a while. It helps you overall in your body. What was it?
Oh, when you, am I on mute or what? Can you hear me? Oh, when when you started saying laughter and heart, the first thing that came to me was when we had the 4 deaths. I always say 5 deaths because, well, first my grandma died, and it was kind of expected. She was old. I remember I was working and my brother called me and said, Grandma's not doing good. I think she's leaving. So I came out after work to Duck Lake, and they weren't going to let me in to see her. And this is the grandma from hell. Like, she was crazy. She would scrub our skin with fingernail brush every night in the bath to try to take the brown off. And I thought she just didn't like us because we were Indian. And what I didn't realize later, that she's Métis. I didn't learn that until I was an adult, 1995 actually. But anyway, me and her got close, and there were one of the craziest things when she died. I went and seen her, and I was standing at the door just looking at her. And all of a sudden she turned around and looked at me. She said, pretty soon you're going to get rid of this grumpy old lady. And I just went and kneeled by her bed, and I said, no. I said, Grandma, you've been the best. You taught us lots, and I thank you. And she taught us to sew, to cook, to can, just all those things that they learned from residential school that was good. Because I learned later she was in an orphanage. So she died, and then right after, the week after, was my Auntie Betsy. And for me, my Auntie Betty, for me, she was one of the laughters in our community. Like, our community kind of lost something there really large. And I don't even really know if our community realizes that. Because my Auntie Betty would come into the hall, and she used to wear these little gray suits. I thought she was a lesbian at first. But she used to wear these little gray suits that she would buy at the boys store. And she'd come in and she'd start bugging everybody, eh? And she used to go all around the hall and do that. And she made everybody laugh. And I loved her to dickens, because when she took me in all the time, wherever I was, whatever I was doing, I remember one night from across the room, because there was a whole bunch of us at her house in Tabor, and she said, Lynn. I said, what? And I sat up. All of a sudden, a wet tea bag hit my Or she'd say, come on, we got to go to the store. And I'd go to put my jacket on, and it would be all sewn up on the sleeves. So she used to do that all the time. So she used to laughter. And so that was a great loss for me too. She was my second mom. And then I think it was 2 weeks after Jasper, who was my brother, because we actually grew up. There was me and Auntie Emma's family that we clung to each other, because of course our moms would go drinking, and he died, and that was a great loss too, because he was laughter also. He used to always piss around, and he was like my brother Gene. He was crazy. And then we didn't even bury, we buried him. The very next day, my Neetham died, and I could hear the screams of my sister, and that was horrible there. But I think about that love, laughter, and humor when we were at the hall in Whitefish, and it was a little different for us because in Beardy's we run things differently, and they're like kind of Christian over there. And so it was a little uncomfortable that way. And we didn't know if we were really welcomed. I didn't feel really welcomed there. But I held my head up anyways because he was my Nitam. I used to call him Nista. And he corrected me and I said, no, you're my Nista. But when I was sitting there, my two cousins came up, Patsy and Marie. And that evening, like, Gail was just lost. My poor baby sister. That was the love of her life. You'd see them together. You could see there was almost like something around them that held them together, and it was beautiful. And she'd be sitting there crying all of a sudden, and just grief. All of a sudden, my cousin Marie said, "You know what? This one time, you know the way Patsy is. She's real nosy, eh?" And she is. She was, I guess, in Saskatoon. The neighbors had one of those snow fences, and she was trying to look in the yard of that house. All of a sudden, she fell, and she couldn't get up. She kept bouncing, and I could see her trying to be nosy and stuck on the snow fence, bouncing up and down. And it made my sister really laugh, and my mom and me, and so it brought something, it interfered with the grief process, but in a good way. And, you know, she told another one where Patsy had oil, cooking oil. She was going to make bannock, and she dropped the whole jug. Then she was stuck on it, and she kept sleeping. Hey, hey, hey. And I could see her doing that because she's so silly. Anyway, so that really helped. That intervention, and the funny thing is Marie is not really that funny, you know. But she told this all of a sudden out of the blue, and I think it broke up whatever was happening with our family there.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you, Donna, for saying, you know, like, laughter in like ceremony. Oh no, that's how like a lot of our ceremonies, that's how they are. There is a time and a place for laughter, and we all seem to know that. Mm-hmm. And some of us that don't know that, we're usually told, you know, like, Bonota, you know, like, or something like that, or something. Yeah, so like they'll you know, will be told. But yeah, even that survivors group, that elders group that I'm in a city here, when the older ladies, when we all get together, we seem to know what to talk about, just to laugh. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it's not laughing at other people. It's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just, we just know how to laugh. Like the three of us, when we get together.
I love you guys all. Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. You take care. Thank you for the smiles tonight. Gloria, what did you eat tonight? Can you tell us?
Steak and potatoes and I know. Sorry, I shouldn't have ate in front of you guys.
Put her on.
That's rude. That's rude. You're not supposed to eat in front of people.
Well,
and we kept
I
eating.
didn't have supper.
He was recording. He was recording you eating.
Oh no! Don't do that, Marcel.
I love you all. Have a good night.
I love you.
Have a good week. We'll see you next weekend.
Good night.
Bye-bye.